Hello, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and doing well. Okay, so on last day we have discussed about the matters and the physical characteristics of the matter, and we have read about the particles and how particles are make the entire part of the matter and what are the physical characteristics. Today we will discuss on those topics. Okay, so without wasting time, those who have not subscribed my channel till now, you please subscribe this channel because it is going to be a very important channel for you because I'm giving you the actual explanation of each and every topic from every syllabus particularly. So I think no one will be get very less marks in science after watching my videos. Okay, so must watch this, and those who have not subscribed, please subscribe the button, and please press the bell button also to get the updated videos of mine. Okay, so let's start the topic. The topic is the characteristics of the particles of a matter. You know that the matters are fully made up of the particles. Okay, the particles either the homogeneous particles or the heterogeneous particles. On last you have discussed that homogeneous means the same property are there, and the heterogeneous means different properties are combined together. Okay, so all these matters, how they are working together, means all those teeniest particles, the teeniest atomic part of any matter, how they work, what are the physical characteristics on them. Today we are going to discuss point after point. Okay, so the first point of this topic. Okay, I will not tell the first name of the point. Okay, so what will be the topic? Suppose, um have you ever made any kinds of lemon juice? Have you ever made the glucon D juice? Have you ever made any fruit juice? Have you ever seen that the smoke is mixing in the air? Have you ever seen that a smoke from the incense sticks, okay, or the smoke during the during cooking in the kitchen? All the smokes or the vapors are mixing in the air. Have you ever seen? Okay, I know you. Everyone has seen, and some of you has already made such kinds of juice. So when any kinds of juice or any kinds of matter, it could be the juice, the parts of the juice, the parts of the smoke, you know that all these things have a tiniest particle in them. Suppose you're making the Horlicks, okay, or making the Complan. So when you're making the Horlicks or Complan, or you can say that the lemonade juice, or you can say that the juice of Glucon D, okay, or any fruit. So at that time, what you're using actually? You're using the water. The basic part is water because to make liquefied any kinds of juice, we need the water. So the basic part, water has taken in a glass or any kinds of tumbler. Okay, and after that we are using the special part. Okay, what is the special part? If you want to make the lemonade juice, so you need the lime. Okay, you have to cut the lime and you have to press the lime to find to take out all the extract of it, and you will mix it well with the sugar. Okay, and salt, and it will make a kind of juice. So in the same way, when the special matter, the special substance, you are going to add and stir it well with the water. So at that very time it is mixing a solution, it is making a solution. Okay, so it means that all those particular particles of those two substances, which two? Number one, water, and number two, the special substance that you are going to mix with the water. Okay, it could be Horlicks, it could be Complan, it could be the lime, the extract of lime, the extract of pineapple, the extract of orange. So all these things when you are going to mix, so these all parts, these all substances have a particular homogeneous matter in them, particles in them. Okay, so all those particles are mixing together. Got it? And after as a result you are getting a proper solution of it. Okay, so when you are making a kind of solution, so from here you can say that two homogeneous substances are mixing together to make it a heterogeneous substance, but a complete substance, a complete solution that we deserve. Okay, so from here we can conclude that the particles of the matter have space in them. Okay, particles of the matter have space in them. If suppose they don't have any kinds of space and all the particles are tightly or compactly packed to each other, so is was that possible to make a juice? Of course not. Suppose all the atomic particles of water are combined or tightly joined to each other. Okay, anyhow, they will never be given up or they will never release from each other. So, if they are unable to release from each other and they are tightly compacted to each other, so it was fully unable to us to make a solution of this matter, right? But because you have already read about the three kinds of states of a matter, that is the solid, liquid, and gas. So from here, easily you can understand there are solid matters, the particles, those which are present in them, they are totally tightly packed, right? So from here is we can conclude that in few substances or in few matters, all those particles have a tendency to make them release, to make them free. Okay, so from here, the first topic we can say that particles of matter have space in them. Okay, so that's why they can take a space, quite space, and they can mix with the another compound easily. Understood? That's it. Now come to the second topic. The second topic is almost same as number one. What is the second point? In second point, it has just told that when incense sticks, when smoke of any kinds of fire, it is taken out. Okay, it is releasing. So the entire gaseous part of them used to mix with the in the atmosphere easily. Okay, it means that in our atmosphere, the hydrogen, nitrogen, helium, oxygen, carbon, carbon monoxide, okay, ozone, those which are present among them, all those particular carbon substances of the smoke can mix it easily. Fine. So that's why we can conclude from number two that the particles of a matter have a tendency to continuously move. Okay, for continuously moving, it has a tendency that they used to move, all the particles used to move here and there. For example, another example, very simple example. Suppose you're inflating a balloon during your birthday, okay, or your sister's birthday, your brother's birthday. So on anyone's birthday, when you're inflating the balloon and someone has told you you have to inflate the balloon in a maximum amount. Okay, the minimum air you have to push in the balloon so that it can come maximum size of it. So when you are playing continuously, okay, you are blowing air continuously in the balloon. So when it will take the over maximum space in it, so it will be burst out, right? So when it will burst out, you will observe that the entire part of that balloon used to scattered, right? How is this possible? It is possible only because of the air that you have already blown up inside the balloon. Okay, so when the air is blown already inside the balloon and it has taken the entire space inside the balloon, then all the particles, those which are present in your CO2, means carbon dioxide that you have just blown up, okay, all those carbon particles or oxygen particles are freely moving inside the balloon and they are just talking with the surface, the inner layer of the balloon. Okay, they're stucking here and there because they're freely moving here and there. Okay, and once when the maximum air will be present over there and maximum crowdness of CO2 will be there rather than the actual surface of the balloon, so it must be burst out. It is natural. Okay, so from here easily we can understand that particles of any matter is used to move continuously. Okay, not for a single milliseconds they used to stay anywhere. Got it? So this is the matter. Now come at the third topic. The third topic is saying that the particles of matter, in some cases, they used to attract together. Okay. Now for this example, for this I will take few examples. Suppose a chalk that is used for writing on the board. Okay. If you take a piece of chalk and if you try to bend it, okay, it will not be bent. It will break, right? So when it will break, the two part it will come out. From two parts you can make four parts. From four parts you can make eight parts. From eight parts of the chalk you can make 16 parts. From 16 parts you can make 32, 64. So in this way, it will be broken till it comes in its atomic property, atomic part. It can be broken up easily. Okay, but if I tell you to take a very small iron nail, okay, an iron nail has given to you. Now it has told you to break it by bending. You have seen that, first of all, you are quite unable to bend that nail. Or if you have already bent, it will be fully impossible to break it up. Okay, what for? This is because of the attraction of the intermolecular force. It is called the internal molecular force in them, right? We have said and we know from the earlier classes that each and every particles, each and every matter, those which used to exist in the world, okay, it could be the living matter, non-living matter, both. In each and every part in them, the kinetic energy is present, right? The kinetic energy means the actual energy that is needed for every particles to be adjoined and to stay in the world or in the universe in a proper way. Okay, for example, if I say mm, any kinds of part, any kinds of showpiece, those which are made up of glass, those which are made up of glass, only glass. Okay, now just think, when the glass particles, okay, when that bit substance, those are made up of girds, the glass, if it takes the excessive temperature in it, so what will happen? As a result, the inter substance will be molten up. Got it? Now, if I say for ourselves, in our body, you know that in our body, the normal temperature for a matured or for an adult person, that is the 37 degrees centigrade. Okay, so 37 degrees centigrade is the normal temperature for a human being. Got it? Now, in some cases, you will observe that when people are getting older, okay, and when people are getting different type of fever or disease at that very time, in some cases, they used to feel the high blood pressure or low blood pressure. It is because of have heavy work but less nutrient food. Okay, in some cases, heavy nutrient food and less work. So, based on these opposite manners of the diet and the work, such type of high blood pressure, low blood pressure used to occur. So this is also a kind of excessive amount temperature used to release from our body, or excessive temperature used to absorb in our body. Okay, that is not natural, means unnaturally it comes, it used to held with our body. Okay, we do not welcome to extreme temperature in our body, or we do not allow to remove the excessive temperature from our body. Got it? So at that very time, people feel very weak, okay, and suffocated, okay, and such type of asthma, such a problems used to occur. So this is a common matter that used to occur during such type of problems. It means that our actual energy that should be present in our body, okay, to stand, to work, to run, to do any kinds of work in a natural way, when such type of temperature is not present, then people feel very weak. Okay, and this is because of the high blood pressure or the low blood pressure. Okay, so such type of kinetic energy is also needed for our body, and this is also present for every non-living organism. If the question arise like this from among you, okay, anyone can ask, sir, what about a non-living object? We are the living objects, we can do the work, we used to take the diet, we used to maintain the diet chart, it's okay, but what are the non-living organisms, like a fan, like a TV, like a chair? Okay, so for these parts also, for this type of wooden particles, then glass, then steel, then iron, whatever, okay, those which are made up of and those which exist, I already told now, those which exist in the world, all those have a kind of temperature in them or a kind of energy or force in them. Okay, so that the molecule or the atomic particles can be attract to them tightly, okay, and they can exist in the world. Got it? So such type of intermolecular force is none other than the kinetic energy of them. Okay, so kinetic energy of every living and non-living substances help them to make their body in proper shape and proper size. Okay, then another question can arise, sir, what about the liquid substance and the gaseous substance? You have told that the intermolecular energy helps them to keep their proper shape and structure. Yes, the answer is for the gaseous substance and the liquid substance, they also have the same kind of nature in them. But there is some alternation of the nature, okay, of the energy. The force among, or you can say that in between the gaseous and the liquid substances, they have quite alternation in them. So for that purpose, the liquid in liquid, all the molecular part or the atomic part, whatever you can say, that they are free, but they are bounded up in a medium. They are bounded up in a medium. Got it? But for the air, they are fully free. They can move anywhere else. They have no actual medium. Okay, so in atmosphere, so it means that each and every parts have the intermolecular force in them, but for solid, liquid and gaseous substances, this energy is different. Understood? So such problems, such topics or such points are very very important as the physical characteristics of the particles of a matter. Okay, physical properties of particles of a matter. What is the number one? The number one is that they have a tendency to take the space or the space between them. What is the number two? In number two, it has told that the molecules used to get free from each other. Okay, and then number three have told them all the particles have a nature or tendency to attract to each other. Okay, so these are the topics I think you have understood well, and you must have to read this entire topic at home from your books, then you will understand. Okay, and my video, of course, you have to observe it, then you will get the full concept on this topic. Okay, and read later you will not face any kind of problem if any question comes in your exam throughout this topic. Okay, thank you so much. Be connected with this channel and must subscribe this channel and must click the bell icon. That's it. Thank you so much today. Bye.